Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night. Time for our market watch. We are moments before the markets open up here, but before they do, we're going to answer some comments and see what's happening here, see who joins us here tonight. And let's see here. Let's get to where we can see everybody. The Global Warmer is first tonight. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. Let's pull everything up and get to where we can see. Now, it's going to be an interesting one, I think, tonight, because the Asian markets, it'll be interesting to see how they react to Friday's news about SVB Bank and potential that there may be a potential rumblings around the markets with the banks. You know, we may very well see something happen with Credit Suisse. Who knows? Certainly, it's going to have some sort of effect in the coming week. So this will be our first indicator to see if the markets in Asia think this is a nothing burger or they're not just worried yet, because essentially it's a tech bank, crypto bank. And so we'll see how we go. But anyways, good to see you. Yeah, still got a cold. Sorry. It is what it is. But so I apologize for the voice, but I should always apologize for my voice, right? It always sounds weird. But thank you guys for being here. Good crowd here tonight. I appreciate it. If you are here, and if you're so inclined, it does take an incredible amount of energy, I must confess. It does take a lot of energy to press that thumbs up button. So it burns a lot of calories. But if you do it, it would be most appreciated. All right, very good to see you guys. All right, let's get into the first comment here. Forever Metal asks, how do I get a Salivate Metal round? That was shown in this video. Does it have raised metal horns on the back? Well, let's slurp here, and I get a little bit of the nectar in, and I'll show you how to do it. I didn't say anything in the video about how to get one, but in the description of all my videos, including this live stream, and if you don't find it there, you can always go to my channel page as well. I'll show you how to do that. You can go to the channel page, and you'll see at the upper right hand corner there is a link to the Salivate Metal round, and they are indeed available still there. So thank you, Forever Metal, for your interest in that. And Mike Carlson, how can I get one of the Salivate Metal coins? It's a beautiful piece. Oh, well, thank you. JM Bullion over here. Click on the link in the description below, Mike, of the video you're watching, or this live stream, or over there on the channel page. There you go. Very good. All right, very good. China and Russia hit the reset button this week, and Mexico is joining BRICS. The bank is at the tip of the iceberg. We are in deep kimchi, I say. Wow. China and Russia hit the reset button. Wow. That's interesting. I don't know exactly what that entails or means, but it'll be fascinating to see. I know I've covered on this channel the fact that that Russia and even Iran are thinking about moving to a stable coin backed by gold. So that could be a part of that. Good to see you guys. Glad you're all here tonight. And welcome, welcome. We will see what happens with the metals as they open up here soon. So stay tuned. We're going to check them here in a moment. But right now, Pax wants me to rate these coins in order of between 1 and 10 here. Put the verb into verbiage. Please rank these coins in order. Well, I would say probably Eagles is going to be further down the list, but I would say probably the top coin would probably be the Britannias. Britannias would be the top for security features and the like, and then Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs have great security features too, but I think I like the Britannias a little bit more, but it's a very close second for Britannias, and then Maple Leafs, and then maybe Eagles, but the premiums are just still too high for them in my view, but that's where it is. Welcome, guys. Glad you're here. Yes, indeed. Welcome. Yankee is back with us. Good to see Yankee. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. All right. Good to see you guys. All right. We're moments away from the markets opening up. And as far as the APMEX and SD generics, they will go towards the bottom of the list. Any other government-issued bullion coin will be ranked higher. But I think the top three are going to be Britannias, Maple Leafs, and Eagles. And then maybe Kooks or Roos, kangaroos, silver kangaroos, because they're very cheap. And they have security features in them as well. Most people don't realize, but they do. Yes, indeed. Hello, Silver Wolverine. Good to see you. Welcome, you guys. We're moments away. The markets usually are open right now, but it takes Kitco about 2 minutes for them to show it. So we're going to answer a few more comments before we get to those. Lars Job, Monday is going to loud with the pleas for a bailout, which will actually be a bail-in for the rest of us. The working class bailing out the laptop class. History rhymes. Yes, Lars, apparently Janet Yellen has said she's not going to be bailing out the banks. And again, remember the stress tests that they gave out in 2022. I covered it in the video that I did actually today this morning about it as a follow-up to this. Why we should not jump the gun on this. But anyways, let's see here. Very good. Yeah, Liquid Electric expects a big up tonight. We will see. It'll be fascinating. This could be a very exciting market watch. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see here. Let me just do a poll here before they really open. And I'm gonna lump these together. Let's see here. Just a very general question here. Let's see here. Tonight, let me make sure tonight, will silver and gold go up or down? Let's see what your thoughts are. Just a real general thing, quick poll, see what you guys think. What your thoughts are as the markets open up here momentarily. All right, very good. All right, so let's get Liquid Electrum's comment here on this Tom Love digital microscope feature for the security features for the gold bull. I got that bull coin at a fun show. I paid $20.40. That was actually a really good price you got for that Liquid Electrum. Very good price, which was 10% higher premium at the time. I really like it. Yes, good coin. Good job. All right. Good to see you, Silver Steeler. Praying for your family. You're all going through some rough times, man. Hang in there, brother. Thanks for popping in tonight. I'm praying for you guys. Hope you're doing okay. I sent my best at winning image photography. All right. John W. And then we'll check the markets. We'll see what they're doing here. John W. says, excellent. I received a text from a dealer inciting FOMO, urging me to lock in price now because of this recent price action. I hope everyone makes prudent decisions during these turbulent times. Thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you, John. It is it is tempting at this point to maybe think that something bigger could be ahead. And you know what? I'm not discounting the possibility that it could. We just don't know. But the thing is, don't let sound logic and reasoning look at all the angles, look at all the different stories. So let's see what's going on with it, with the markets and where they're going. But right now, they have just opened and everything is up rather substantially. By the way. Rather substantially for the mere minutes after the minute after the markets have opened here. Gold is up $9.80. That's a half a percentage point. That's a pretty big climb. Silver is up 16 cents. Now, the one thing we have to keep in mind here, folks, this happens often. Now, although there's been many times where it hasn't happened, but more often than not, at least from my experience watching these markets open, is they tend to snap one way or the other. They just use like a whipsaw, sort of like a rubber band. It snaps up or down dramatically, and then it evens out. And I think that's what we have going on here. So we'll see. So we could see these prices moderate a bit as the evening goes on. We'll find out. But nonetheless, that has now brought the gold to silver ratio down to 90.81. It was over 91 earlier. Yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. So the markets are open and they are up to the positive side. And of course, I got the poll here. 66% of you think that it's going to go up. 34% say down. It could go one way or the other as the course of the night goes. It's a pretty strong open, though, I would say. Wouldn't you? This is a very strong open. So we'll see a little pop up on silver around 2090. It's funny that they think they can scare me into selling my stack of silver. Price goes down, I buy more. There you go. All right, time lapse. I like the way you think for sure. Good to see you. Yankee Stacking says in the chat, contagion is definitely possible, but I think it won't happen this time. The key thing to remember is that the Fed has been determined to break something with their rate increase policy. Yep, that's right. And I think I was of the mind, I was thinking that they could possibly do a 50 basis point rate hike next week, but I think it's probably going to be a 25 basis point, and I think that probably they are still may raise it 50 basis point next time around. Not this time, but next time around. We'll see here, but this is a pretty strong open so far. Then as the night has opened up here in Hong Kong and Shanghai. We'll see. Fascinating indeed. All right. So there's where it is. We'll keep an eye on that as we always do. Let's get back to your comments and see what people are saying about this crisis and about what is coming on here with this video here about the up close. And if you've not seen this video, the up close and personal look at the features of the world's most secure bullion coin in the world, it's amazing to see this stuff up close. It really is. Let's see here. All right. Folks may move to bigger banks, which makes a ton of sense. This could cause many small banks to bail in. Yes, it could. That would not be good. We still may see some ripple effects from this, for sure. All right, very good. All right, Lobo Plateo Stacker. Budget is tight this year, so I will settle for the 10th ounce mini Toro to match my links. And I think those mini Toros, the 10th ouncers, are coming out very soon this month. Very good. Congratulations, Brian, on your purchase, for sure. All right. Let's see here. Let's march on through to the next comment from Stefan. All right, I'm supposed to be running the snowblower. Thank goodness this video dropped. All right, there we go. Anything to keep you out from the cold. We want to keep you warm. And here, yes, indeed. Very, very good. Let's get back over here to Eli in the Wolverine State. Yes, indeed, the Wolverine State. That is Michigan. Yes, indeed. Hence why we have Silver Wolverine, who lives in a Silver Wolverine, because he's from the Wolverine State. Let's see here. He says, Eli says, of course, most Gen X learned Social Security will not be around for us. We also seen the devaluing currencies. Currencies are leaking gas cans. Money is a store of value. Currencies lose values. Currencies are IOUs, and currency controllers are set to value and act as a middleman. Use their currency to get a cut. The government gets a cut for allowing currency controllers to do this. The more government spend, the more currencies made means less value of currencies in your pocket. That's right. That's essentially inflation in a nutshell. You're right. Liquid Electrum, thank you so much. Salivate this. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. The first super chat of the night. Thank you, my friend. Very kind of you indeed. I can slurp in your honor. Probably will forego the push-ups. Usually on Sunday nights, there's too much happening to do push-ups. I don't want to interrupt the flow, but we'll do this. I'll make it up to you, brother. Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah. Good to see you guys. Big E is here. JM Unleashed is here. Snakebite. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being with us here tonight. Annie Oakley is with us. Let's do one more. Rocky Superstar, good morning, Sal. The emergency Fed meeting Monday is saying there's a big problem. An emergency Fed meeting. Now, I had not heard about that, Rocky. Are you in here with us now? So they may meet Monday. That would be interesting. I know that that's really close to their normal meeting for the raising the rates. I think it just might be their. Aren't they going to be raising rates this week or doing their regular meeting? I don't know. Are they meeting a day early? I'm not sure. But anyways, all right. Let's do one more real quick from Dan Rumble. Unbelievable. When someone says bank run in 2023, it means attempted bank runs. The bank will just refuse to give money and lock the doors. Nobody's fleeing to the safety of cash because banks aren't going to give you your whole account worth of cash. We know this. Well, when I say that, Dan, I mean that, excuse me, when I say that, I mean they're going to put their money into core accounts. They're going to sell their shares of stocks and put it into core accounts and have that money floated there. And it does not necessarily mean they're going to go and get this hard currency out of the banks. If they have it in digital form, that's good enough for them. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see here. That's the word. Emergency Fed meeting as well as possible action tonight. Very good. And Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had all of their money in SVP. Oh, that's too bad. We need to set up a GoFundMe page for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Can somebody get on that right away? Let's see here. They will meet tomorrow, says Rocky Superstar. Very good. All right, so we'll see. This could be pretty big. Let's look at the markets now. What are they doing? Well, right now they are up. In fact, look at that. Gold is now popped up 1.36%. Silver has up 1.44%. Folks, this is pretty big because we've gone over that initial hump, the initial snap, and they've only snapped higher now. I'm going to check something on my phone. I have an app on here, a special app that tells me what the dollar is doing. And the dollar right now is down. It is down over a half a percentage point to 103.99. So the dollar is getting hit. At least from what I'm seeing here, this could be left over from, perhaps it could be left over from Friday. I'm not sure, but I'm showing it at 103.99. Pretty interesting. Snap up in prices. Over 1% across the board, except for palladium. But that is something to see. These are considered pretty significant movements, I would say, in this short amount of time. Very, very good. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's go back up here. And thank you guys for joining me here tonight. If you are so inclined to expend the energy to press that thumbs up button, it'd be muchly appreciated. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, I am open to subscriptions. I'm actually being open to subscriptions. If you want to subscribe to the channel, I'm not going to refuse that action. You know, I'm going to let you go ahead and do it. It's fine by me. You know what I mean? All right, hot lemon juice, honey and cinnamon for that cough. Thank you. All right, thank you, sir. Yes, thank you, JD. Right now, I just got some coffee. I did take some stuff earlier today. I think I took a little bit of methamphetamines and cocaine mixed with soy sauce. They say does a good thing for the colds, but I don't know. But anyways, all right. Stefan says, I said we all show up at our banks Monday morning and make a big scene. Who's with me? Oh boy, I don't know. I tell you what, man. Oh man, I don't know. That would be quite interesting to see. Okay, thank you, Silver Wolverine. That's got to run. I would just Silver Wolverine. I would recommend a light jog rather than running. Okay. Yes, knee-jerk reaction. That's right, Rick. Could be. We'll see. But I tell you what, this is we'll see what's going to happen with these prices. It's something. They are popping out though. Silver and gold are. We're gonna be checking on them more frequently here. Sapside Farms, the tech sector is slowing way down. They are a huge consumer of silver, so we may see 10 to 15 silver possible. Interesting. Well, the tech sector is very well could slow down, but silver's reaction now is happening because of its following gold. And usually it takes the lead on the way up, and people, buy into gold. But thank you, James Smith. Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry about the voice, the froggy voice here. And the sniffling, and the sneezes, and the coughing. I apologize in advance. Let's see. All right, let's take a look at the markets again. All right, look at here. All right, we see them. Gold is pulled back just ever so slightly, but still up over 1.15% there. Silver's up 30 cents now. That's a pretty big move. And literally in a matter of 13 minutes, it's up 13 cents. 1.46 increase. Wow. All right, very good. Platinum is also up 981 and up $10. And yeah, so there they are. The metals are making their move. One bank crashes, and silver changes direction. This is a way bigger. Yeah, I think something else might be afoot here, and I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know. It's we'll see what happens. What it could be. There may be something that we're not seeing yet. I'm not sure. This Fed meeting, which is news to me, may give us a little bit of a clue. Yankee says the reasons for this bank crisis is poor diversification by SVP. That's right. They had practically no diversification. It was all venture capital stuff related to the tech sector, and a rapid increase in rates by the Fed causing people to move into treasuries and money market funds. That's right. SVP had to sell. That's a good synopsis. Exactly, Yankee. Well said. By the way, good to see you guys. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you all very much. We're going to come back and revisit those in mere moments. but they are up. And it is an exciting night here to see these move in precious metals. And I think this is an example, I think, folks, of what they're there for, what they do. They're acting as a hedge. Both metals are. And so silver tonight is ignoring the silver is ignoring the commodity side of its price structure. It's ignoring industrial demand. Its price is moving in spite of industrial demand or lack thereof or what have you. So anyways, but we'll see here. All right, Silver Hudson 13 is here tonight, folks. If you've not seen his latest unboxing video, it's worthly to check it out. And I want you to watch this video and let me know who Randy is. If you can spot Randy in his video, you got to check that out. All right, Luke F says here, I had to get some more this weekend. Don't go overboard because I'm waiting to watch the foreign markets tonight before I get more. Or none at all on Monday. Well, Luke F., I hope you can join us here tonight because we watch the markets here on this channel. It's going to be wild this week. Whatever happens next Friday will be a great insight for the rest of the year for precious metals. I think so, too. It'll be very interesting to see how this all, is digested by the media and by the markets. And those are the two areas that are going to affect the psychology of the movement of where the dollar goes and where the markets go in sentiment, overall sentiment. I have a feeling that gold goes up 1 to 2% or stays around 1860 and silver tests 22 or dips to 18. The way the banks and the Fed handles this stuff is going to be a difference. Cash is nothing until it's something. Gold and silver is the way for now and foreseeable future. There you go. That's right. All right. Very, very good. And Jay Hart. Looking forward to tonight's live stream in the Market Watch. I have lots of popcorn. Did you bring me some popcorn, Jay Hart? We're here. I hope you brought me some popcorn and cough drops. But here we are. Let's see what the metals are doing now. We have gold now up $24.50, folks, to $18.93. That's right, $18.93, which is the first year that H.H. Holmes did his serial killing there at the expo, the great expo in the Columbian Expo in Chicago. They made a commemorative coin about it, not about H.H. Holmes, but about the Columbian Expo, the $50, which you will see in tomorrow's video, by the way. When you want to stay tuned to tomorrow morning's video. So gold is up over 1.3%, silver up 1.4%, up 30 cents to $20.92. Folks, we could see $21 silver tonight. That's a very good possibility. All right, congratulations, Rocky Superstar, for getting your order in. Common Sense is here. Thank you, sir. Welcome. And then Double X is here encouraging me to slurp. I shall do so. All right, and breaking news, folks. Not once since I started this broadcast have I had to blow my nose. So there is that, right? All right, very good. Hello, Jamie Foxx. All right, I'm proud of myself. I've gone through almost a whole thing of tissues on this thing. So I haven't had to blow it yet. Knock on something. Something just fell when I knocked. But anyways, all right, very good. Welcome, guys. The metals are snapping up, folks. They're in positive territory. Now, stay tuned, because at the top of the hour, we're going to look at the charts and see how they've moved over the past hour. We do that every live stream at this time. This is the intro to the new digital currency. We need bank runs to make it happen. The government has a plan. Yep, what is it that not Emmanuel Lewis, but Rahm Emanuel said, never let a good crisis go to waste. And that's exactly how they could spin this, because if you have a digital currency, there will be no more bank runs. That's right, because they control the currency. They control where it goes and how it goes. All right, snake bite, 1 cup of warm water, half lemon juice, half teaspoon honey. Thank you. All right. Yes, very good. Teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm serious, it works. All right, I'll have to try that. I don't know if I have any lemon juice. And I don't know if I have any honey, but I'll have to get some of that. And I don't even know if I have any olive oil. I'll look around and see, but thank you. All right. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We're watching these markets, and it's pretty exciting. They are up. Something is afoot. And this meeting that the Fed is going to be doing tomorrow is something else. It'll be interesting to see. I had no idea that they were doing an emergency meeting. Now, here's what RS says. Sal, thank you for this video. You nailed it. There are headwinds ahead in the financial system for sure, but a lot of fear-mongering is being spread by other YouTubers to rush out and buy precious metals, and the supply will be gone tomorrow. The Fed works off a lagging indicators, so we should steer the ship carefully. Otherwise, one could find they're catching a falling knife instead of waiting for a lower entry price opportunity. Yeah, that's right. What they do now may not have ramifications for 3 months from now. And just as what, Yankee told us here as well, what they have done, a couple cycles ago, maybe just now are having an effect. And certainly that is the case for SVB. So we'll see here. So very good. All right. All right. Stefan says, stress test. Yell curses at a banker until he cries. Call a bankster everything but a white man. There you go. I like it. That's right, Stefan Wolf. All right, Aussie Alchemist is here. Yes, indeed. It is up or down. Aussie, you just joined us, but we're coming back. We're going to check them again, but everything is up. Everything is up fairly dramatically. Let's do Evil One here in his comment. All right. He says, I think you might be wrong, Sal. Metals could rise heavily this time. Well, so far, Evil One, you're right. I am wrong. They are up tonight. This time you have a problem in the banking system that creates bank runs, but you also have high inflation at the same time. This time people might realize that the dollars they get from the banks are not that safe after all and run towards metals. That's actually a good point. PAXG came out as a premium with a peak of over $2,000 an ounce this weekend. This might be a prelude to how next week we look at the overall market. That's a pretty good point. Savage Stacker, good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Glad you're here. All right. Dollar index, we covered that too. The dollar is down. I'm going to check it again. It was 103.99, but let me check it again here. All right, so it is live. The dollar index now is down 0.53% to 104.05. It was at 103.99 earlier, but the DXY is now down 55. All right, very good. Let's see here. Very good. David Mantha. Too big to fail 2.0. This time they take your money legally with the bail-in, including safety deposit boxes. Yep, I'm definitely not a fan of safety deposit boxes for sure. Yes, indeed, Savage is in the house, and I'm glad he's here, and Constitutional Stacker is here. Yes, indeed. Yep, be the bank and start last week. That's right. Be your own central bank. Good to see you. Appreciate it. Savage Stacker, thank you, my friend. No going up while it's all going down. That's right, Savage. Thank you, brother. Second super chat of the night. Thank you, sir. In fact, let's see what the markets are doing now. They are now, all right, look at this. Gold's scaling back a little bit. It's fighting these climbs. It was up. We saw its most recent high at 24.50. Now it's up $15.10. Still a pretty big climb. Silver has pulled back a dime as well, too, being up now 20 cents. So it could be that they're starting to moderate now some of these increases, but they're still pretty steady there. And maybe, I don't know, maybe the Asian markets are trying to look at this information and everything, and maybe they're starting to calm down now. We'll see. We'll find out as the evening goes on. We'll keep an eye on it. But yes, indeed. Yes, appreciate it, you guys. Thanks for the thumbs up. Pretty much appreciated. Very good. All right. 90.89 is now the gold to silver ratio. Still very, very high gold to silver ratio. All right. We'll revisit these. We'll find out. We'll see. With the fall of Silicon Valley Bank, it will affect a lot more than just the ones in that bank. Yeah, I think it could, especially if they're sharing loans with other banks, which is a good possibility. But I don't think it's the same as Lehman Brothers or Bear Stearns. That's right. Metals go up an escalator and down an elevator. That's right. Exactly. Good to see you guys. All right. All right. Silver Lunatic. I'm gearing up to buy the next scary dip. Well, that dip did not happen tonight. But hey, we'll see. It'll be very fascinating to see. And you know what? It could be that the Asian markets are reacting to this Fed meeting. We'll talk about an emergency Fed meeting. I don't know. It'll be very fascinating to see what comes out of that meeting, if anything at all. We may not know what they say. I don't know. Or not for a while anyway. Let's see. Donald Martin, quick question. Been stacking for about a year. Now looking to start mixing in gold. Thoughts on 10,000 gold coins? About all I can afford. Donald, I think that's a good way to do it. I actually have posted several videos on how to buy fractional gold on a budget. It can be done, and I would actually encourage you to look at some of the LMU coins, the 20 francs, and or the Mexican dos pesos and dos y medio pesos and cinco peso coins. You typically can find those for a better deal than regular 10th ounce bullion. All right. All right. Yeah, maybe we'll do that, Liquid Electrum. We'll see. If we get any information from that bank, that might be something to look into. All right. Very good. Yep, that's right. That's right, Rocky. Good to see. Good to see all of you guys. If I don't mention you individually, just know that I appreciate you. We have a good crowd here tonight. We are watching these markets. There's a lot of activity here, but thank you guys, each and every one of you. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. So Silver Patriot FGNS says, keep on stacking smartly and hold your stacks. This is just the beginning of the ride. And that ride is starting to take a turn to the upside with the markets right now. And we can see that they are up dramatically, although they have scaled back significantly, almost in half from the recent highs. So we, at about 10 minutes after the markets opened, that was, I think, we're in really the snap when it really started to pop out. We're going to see this at the top of the next hour when we look at what they have done in the charts for both gold and silver. And it is interesting. But now they are pulling back fairly dramatically. Silver has lost half of its gains right now. It's up 15 cents, $20.78. So there's something happening where I think the Asian markets are digesting some of the information that happened on Friday and making some assessments and seeing that maybe it's not affecting what they do quite as much. So they are coming back into the ground of reality here. We'll see, but that could all change in a heartbeat for sure. All right. Okay, their statement released on March 12th. The board will review and determine the advance and discount rates to be charged by the Federal Reserve banks during the meeting. Okay, interesting. The advance and discount rates. That kind of reminds me of the repos they had that they were doing back between September and December 2019. I'm wondering what that means, if that's referring to that, which could be a very big deal, actually. Just depends. But anyways, all right, very good. Glad you guys are here. Susan Pitts is here. Good job. Great deal at JM Bullion for that 1 ounce of gold bar at spot today. That's amazing. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's march ahead here to the comments again. Christopher Stewart. All right, he gives us some perspective here, and I think this is actually pretty important to realize. Lehman Brothers failed September 15, 2008. Spot gold at the end of September was about $888. At the end of October, it was $731, down 17%. I would expect the precious metals to rebound faster than the economy, but they may not rocket higher right away. When people need liquidity, they sell what they can, including metals. That's right. And I would say, if this thing does turn really bad and sour, we very well may see the metals go down for a while. We'll see there. Very good. And I apologize for my voice and the sniffling. Got a little head cold here. And this is where we're at. And thank you guys for being here tonight. If you're here, if you don't mind pressing that thumbs up button. Our goal tonight is 350 thumbs up. I think we can get there. All right. Liquid Electrum says, I still think more bank bail-ins and bank shutdowns are coming this month. I hope I'm wrong. Yes, we shall see. I'm certainly, even though I'm a little bit hesitant to think that that's going to happen this month or even next month, I don't hold it out of the realm of possibility. So we'll see. G. Jane Rancelot. I love that name. That's pretty cool. She says here, thanks, Sal. I appreciate that your messages are always calm and reasonable perspective. When something happens out there, I just wait for your next video because I know you're going to say, hang on, people, let's not get crazy. There are some possible scenarios and things to consider. Please buckle up and remain seated. Yes, and I appreciate that, G Jane. You know, in the end, we're all on the same team. We may have a little different perspective on some things, but gold and silver typically are the answer, no matter what. And but yes, indeed, very very good. Thank you so much. All right, let's see here. Thank you, James Sky. Yep, you guys, I need to write some of these things down for good concoctions. uh, Very good. All right. Eagle Steve says here, and I saw him in a Hoosier Watches bingo last night. This is what he's got to say. Let's get over here to it. Sal, I think the main thing is not to get excited and panic and make rash decisions. It's just the system purging the weak and overextended banks that had poor judgment on their lending and investing practices and made bad decisions on their part. These banks gambled on these tech venture capital companies and overextended themselves and lost. It goes to show that diversification of your investments is a good time-tested strategy. That's right. It's a good time to keep stacking slow and steady and diversify. Don't buy into the hype and the over-manipulated metals markets. They're sure to come over in the next couple of weeks. That's right. Good post, good comment indeed. Red Crawler, we had a one on Friday, but they typically don't call on Sunday nights. The Sunday nights is about the only time they don't call, or very rarely on Sundays. But I did hear, according to the story, that Elon Musk is considering buying SVB Bank. Can you imagine that if Elon Musk bought that tech bank? That'd be interesting. All right, very good. And Ray Gilgrath says, I would rather have silver than dollar or gold. They're stable, where dollar is not. It's paper. Well, Ray, you know, that's the one thing, you know, the one thing we can count on for the dollar. The one thing we can count on with the dollar is that it is going to lose value, at least by some measure, every single month, every single year. At the very least, at a rate of 2%. That's the Fed's target. But now it's obviously much higher than that. And this week we will find out what the latest CPI numbers are. Very good. All right. Oh, wow. Man, that's shocking statistics. Yankees saying that 97% of the accounts at SVB had deposits of over $250,000, which is, for those of you who know, the FDIC does not insure accounts that are over $250,000. Or they're not covered by it. Anyways, let's see here. Excuse me. All right. Let's do one more, then we'll check the markets again. Loan Through AG says here, that's an interesting name, says it's been said that a big reason that SVB Bank went down is because they were more concerned with their woke agendas than with their financial responsibilities. That's a possibility. I would not be surprised if that's the case, which is a recipe for disaster. No doubt tricky times are ahead, with economies resulting in eye-opening reactions and outcomes having to do with currencies and hard metals, just not yet. Use cash, not credit. There you go. All right, very good. Spectacular is here. Good to see Spectacular. Al My Boss is here. Good to see you guys. Welcome. We got 79 is here with us. Kalanick, Jamie Fox, Gold Chick. Appreciate all you guys being here. Silver Patriot, Boosum, Jay Hart, Northern Hillbilly, Independent May, Many United. Thank you so much, Independent. And Count Derpula, Anxious Stacker, Dale Val. You guys are wonderful. So here we go. Let's get back to the markets. And we can see that they are indeed kind of coming down to a sense now as the night progresses, where these metal prices are starting to get entrenched in. In other words, these gains have pulled back, and we're going to see probably evidence of this. We very well may be seeing kind of the where the Asian markets are going to be taking gold and silver through the night. In other words, we may not see gold pop out above 1890 tonight. If this holds true for the rest of the time we're on here, if we don't see it break out above 1890 while we're on here right now, I don't think we're going to see that happen. At least if I don't think if that doesn't happen again, rather, because it did go to 1893 earlier, but it's moderated back down a bit for enough time now. Silver is now up 20 cents. It was up 15 cents earlier. It was 30 cents before that. So there that is. So we'll see how this plays out. But hey, Zardoz had dropped a hand grenade of Salivate Metal memberships to the community. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you, sir. Wow. Even Sped got one. Thank you so much. Good job. Everybody thank Zardoz. You know, he's dropped hand grenades. He's dropped the cluster bomb of channel memberships before. But there was one time where he dropped a tactical nuke of channel memberships. That was something to see. Very kind of you, sir. All right. Very kind indeed. All right. So if you did receive one, thank Zardoz for that. That's very kind. All right. Very good. Let's see. Let's get back to the comments now and see what you guys are saying about this video that I posted earlier today about the SVB situation. Scoot says, happy Sunday. Sound, sane opinions. Thank you. I'm waiting for that dip. That should be soon for gold. As for silver, keep stacking more this week. Keep the faith and be safe. Thank you. Yes, indeed. That's right. We shall see. Now, this is what Ruby's 200 has to say. Let's get down here. He says, Sal, can you look into bills introduced into state legislatures which will make Fedcoin the only viable currency? Kristi Noem was on Tucker and she vetoed a UCC bill of 110 pages which had the requirement tucked inside. It seems the crisis on Friday was known by the U.S. government. It is an opportunity to formally adopt CBDCs in the states. That is interesting. Wow. I'll have to look into that. It will take quite a bit of research, but that stuff could be snuck into some of these state legislative bills. And the thing is thank God for other states that I have been keeping up with the Sound Money Defense League. I've been reporting on that news for sure. But anyways, all right. Old Speedsty says, breaking, another bank down. Signature Bank has been closed by U.S. regulators. Wow. Old Speedsty, that's interesting. Can you email me a link to that? If so, I might pull that sucker up. All right. Yes, constitutional. Yes, got a little bit of a head cold. I apologize for my voice and the coughing and the stuff. But yes, indeed, I apologize for that. All right. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Breaking news. Kalanic Stacker just said Kristi Noem was on Fox. And he also says that she is a Fox. And there you go. All right. Which way will Bitcoin go? Yes, it'd be very interesting. Bitcoin, let's take a look at Bitcoin prices. I think that is important to track this stuff too. Let's see here. Hold on. Where are we at? Bitcoin is actually up almost 7% now. It's crazy. It's up over 6%. Ethereum is up 7.84%. Litecoin is up over 7%. All the cryptos are up. Crazy. Wow. Yeah, I don't know where Forbes had rated them, but anyways. All right, very good. Head with a coal. Black is your soul. That's right. That's right. Smeg, that's true. All right, very good. All right. Joseph Allman says, silver will reach 1280 by Friday. Now, that would be something. That's a pretty specific number. We'll see what happens there. All right. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I got the link here. Let's see. All right. Let's do this. Let's get rid of the Salivate Metal round. And let's go to CNBC. Thank you to Liquid Electrum for sending me this link. And we have got it here. Regulators close New York Signature Bank, citing systemic risk. This was on March 12th. This is today. Updated 2 minutes ago. U.S. regulators said Sunday it shut down New York-based Signature Bank, a second financial institution they shuttered after Silicon Valley's banks collapse. Remember, there was another volunteer shutdown of another bank that happened days before SVB. So thank you, Liquid Electrum, for that. So here we go. This is what we're dealing with tonight. And maybe the Asian markets are reacting to this as well. We are also announcing a similar systemic risk exception for Signature Bank, New York, which was closed today by its state chartering authority. So this is the Treasury, Federal Reserve, and FDIC said in a joint statement Sunday evening. So the state authorizing authority did, the state charter. Interesting. All right, Jayman Lee says systemic risk means there's an inherent risk built into the system. Yeah. Wow. The banking regulators said depositors at Signature Bank will have full access to their deposits. All depositors of this institution will be made whole. As with the resolution of Silicon Valley Bank, no losses will be borne by the taxpayer, the regulator said. Well, let's hope not. All right, very good. And the breaking news is regulators unveil plan to assure depositors will get money after SVB collapse. I assume that means the 97% of them that are have over $250,000. All right, Sal, you sound awful. Let me take over live streams. I can give some truths about Ukraine. Oh, man. No, thank you, Colonic Stacker. We strongly disagree about Ukraine. Spectacular says, head cold, you say? What happened to COVID? Yeah, I don't even know. I didn't even test for it because I figured, you know what? I got this thing, you know. I didn't even test for it, but I'm sure it's just a head cold. I don't think I've got a fever. Yep, Count Derpy, keep an eye on Credit Suisse Bank. For sure. All right, so this is breaking news. Please check back for updates. Signature is one of the main banks to the cryptocurrency industry, but yet the cryptos are up. It's crazy. So this seems to be happening. We could see this contagion factor limited to crypto and tech sector banks. So this is the difference here. So very good. All right. But if the depositors can be made whole, it maybe won't be as bad. But we'll find out. We'll see. All right. Let's see here. All right. So we'll close that out for now. But thank you for that. Appreciate that. Very interesting news. Breaking news tonight. Thank you, guys. All right, very good. Shannon Dalton. Oh, posted the same link. I got to get my boilerplate stuff. Hold on a second here. I'm just going to go down here and grab my boilerplate from this. Hold on a second here. Let me get this. All right, here we go. Now we got it. Yes, indeed. Let me get this up here. All right, very good. I've been a big stacker of metals for a few years now, and I have wondered when they go to CBDC, and now how is having gold and silver going to help? Because the paper is no longer usable, then you want to cash out your metals, you will have to cash it in for CBDC. So you're just buying into the system anyway. I know they talk about bartering, but if CBDC is a new currency, then that will be the foundation currency, so bartering will be useless. Well, that's just it. People will go to an underground system and they will barter and use precious metals, I think. I really do think they're going to do that. Spectacular. Thank you so much. He says, I've got a fever. The only cure is salivate metal. Oh, my goodness gracious. You guys, if you've not checked out Spectacular, he's got an awesome channel. You should check him out. Definitely. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Very kind of you, sir. All right. Thankfully, I don't have a fever. Not even for the flavor of Pringles either, by the way. Very cool. That's right. All right. So, yes, Shannon Dalton. I think that if they go to CBDC, you will be trading gold and silver for goods and services. It will be an underground economy. I really do believe that. I think it's so. All right. Very good. And Heart of Texas says, Janet Yellen, no federal government bailout of Silicon Valley Bank. That's right. Economy is in good shape. Bull hockey. Barlands have started to be your own bank. That's right. Yep. They're trying to calm the markets, but it may not work. Speaking of markets, let's see what they're telling us now. Yeah, they've moderated some. They're kind of leveling out. The prices are. This is going to be very interesting to see exactly how this plays out at the top of the hour with the charts that we'll check out and see what the flow of precious metals over the last hour here. All right, very good. Yes, indeed. So gold is now up $15.80 to $1,884.90. And silver is up 19 cents to $20.82, up almost a full percentage point. Platinum is up $8 and palladium up $2. So there's where we are at. That's right. Very, very good. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. Tucson Bubba says, "Sal, go to bed. I got this coffee. I can't go to bed yet, Tucson." It's a pretty big night with the markets here. But thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I will go to bed probably earlier than usual tonight. Daniel is here. Hello, Daniel. Multi-gun man is here. All right. Very good. So there's where the markets are now. And we will keep an eye on this. But they are indeed in positive territory. And again, stick around because at the top of the hour, we're going to look at the flow of the metal prices through the night with their charts. Joe, Sal isn't a financial advisor, but offers more information, data, and reason than Kiyosaki could ever dream of. Well, thank you, brother. That's high praise. And, I don't want to necessarily say that Kiyosaki doesn't have some data, probably has some data that I don't have, but I kind of look at different, I like to look at contrarian points of view as well and kind of make my own decision when I report. All it boils down to is to do your own research on all these things. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Kiyosaki's word for it, anybody else's word for it. Just make a rational decision based off of the information that you have. And yes, indeed, very good. And information changes. We found out about yet another bank, but it's as a bank related to cryptocurrencies, is now being taken over by state regulators. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mad Jackie. Glad you're here. Appreciate you guys. I'll be okay. Just a little bit of a cold tonight. All right. Hutch Paramedic says, "I totally agree. Schiff Kawasaki is Kawasaki and others have been wrong before with their predictions. They're not always accurate. But Sal, I have seen several of your predictions not be accurate either." Well, that's right. Well, Hutch, and very good. That's duly noted. I'm the first one to say that I've made predictions and that I very well could be wrong. I say that in the same statement. I've made predictions that I've been wrong about before, and they're not accurate. No one is really accurate with predictions. I think we all have to be prepared for the worst while we hope for the best. We should just take their input as well as yours and do the best we can with the information we have. That's right. Exactly. Thank you, Multi-Gun Man. And that's really the bottom line here. I don't take any of my predictions seriously. And I would never, ever tell you to make a purchase or sell based off of any predictions I make. I think the best thing that we can do as a responsibility as content creators is to give the information and have more people, just so that people can be informed, and to espouse the benefits of having precious metals in our portfolio. That's what we're here for. But to be calm and collective about it, I think is crucial. All right. So Tony McCausland says Reuters is reporting SVB depositors will have access to funds starting tomorrow per the FDIC. No losses due to resolution will be borne by taxpayers. This is according to Kitco, so they very well may even go above and beyond, and for those accounts that are over $250,000, which, by the way, according to Yankee Stacking, that's 97% of the account holders with SVB had over 250 grand in there. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Best predictions come from Jim Cramer. That's right. I remember what he said about Bear Stearns. It's crazy. That's right. All right. Let's see here. Tucson Bubba says, "I'm not a financial advisor." Hello, Coin Crew. Good to see you, Coin Crew. Hope you're doing well, sir. Welcome. And Joe Mama is here as well. So, Tucson Bubba, I'm not a financial advisor, but be cautious about following the advice of doom and gloomers. They have been crying wolf for decades. Most of them don't know what gives money value. They don't understand finance, or their motives are tainted. Investing isn't an all or nothing situation. Good investing isn't about being right 100% of the time. It's about being right most of the time and mitigating risk. If you move 100% of your cash into one that does not pan out, you will not have any chips on the table to recover. You damn well better be right, diversified. Exactly. Very good point, Tucson Bubba. And always hedge your bets, no matter what your feelings are about what kind of hedge it is. Most of us believe that a good hedge is precious metals. But yes, indeed. Good point. Good post, Tucson Bubba. You were the man. All right. Very good. JM Unleashed. Always appreciate JM Unleashed post here. Let's see here. Let's do this. It's a long one here, but we'll get to it here. It says, I appreciate your encouraging people to remain calm and not get caught up in the hype. That being said, I am finding reputable reports of significant domino and cascading effects from the SVB collapse. Well, so far, you've been borne out to be right tonight, JM Unleashed, because we've seen another bank fall, Signature. I believe this is still an aftershock from the FTX collapse. I think so too. I think that's part of it, as well as the non-diversification and as well as the Fed raising rates. But I believe it's picking up massive negative momentum. He says more than 90% of SVB depositors has well over 250. That's right. We got that confirmed tonight. Many companies run their payroll through SVB. Many companies, including other banks, hedge funds, and venture capitalists, have significant cash reserves tied up in SVB. Now, that's interesting that these other banks, I wonder if they're all tech banks or not. But anyways, most banks globally are in the same precarious situation that caused this collapse, which means minimal cash reserves and short-term notes, and most of their cash equivalents tied up in longer-term debt instruments, which are way underwater due to rising interest rates. Just a few specific examples of the plethora of companies which are under immediate and direct pressure from this are Roku, which is a tech company. The company has built a brand of low-price streaming devices, that's right. And then Circle, which is also a streaming company. Hello, Hoosier Stacker, good to see you. And Litecoin Hammer says the banks in the UK seem okay so far. So Circle, payments. So all of these are tech companies. And again, I'm not discounting the fact that it's a tech sector, but at the same time, you know, it's not wide-reaching beyond that. Whereas Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers were tied to the housing market, a lot of the kind of the housing market, which I think is a lot more of an indicator that we have here. But I don't know. It could be very interesting to see how this plays out. The ramifications in these other areas. But anyways, although Axum Therapeutics is a pharmaceutical company, so that's a different one. Let's see here. Oh, there you go. Thank you so much. So thanks. Good, thoughtful comment there, JM Unleashed. Something to watch. You could be right. But so far, it's been relatively limited. But again, we're very early on in this. USD coin, too. They dropped 90 cents in the dollar over the weekend. All right. Wow. Interesting. All right. Dove season. Stack, and stick to the plan. There you go. Very true. What are they telling us now with the markets? Look at this, folks. A little bit of a sort of a pullback in the gains, but they are still there. They're still up. Gold is up $12.90. And we've got silver up 14 cents now. So the metal markets are up, but they have pulled back from earlier gains that they made. We saw some pretty radical moves, not right out of the starting gate, but it took a little bit. Yeah, I got a cold coming on. That's right. Sorry about that. Again, I apologize for the sniffles and everything. Got a little bit of a head cold, and it's really congested in my nasal cavities. But I'm limiting. I have not blown my nose yet. Not once tonight. All right. Or not since I live streamed. Let's see here. Yeah, crypto's on the rise. Exactly. And that's the odd thing about this. You would think that the cryptos would kind of would be crashing now, but they are up. Bitcoin is up over 7% to $21,948 per Bitcoin. Ethereum is up over 7.6% to $1,577 per Bitcoin. That's about the price of osmium right now. Which would you rather have, osmium or Ethereum? I think I'll take the osmium. All right. Cindy, yeah, we'll see the markets tomorrow. It'll be very interesting. Yeah, but I've only snorted, not blown. All right. So there's where we are. We may not see $21 tonight. But anyways, let's see here. All right. Yeah, the people demand the strong nose blow. All right. What do you think? Let's see here. All right. Let's get a little running poll without actually putting it as a poll. Should I blow my nose live on the air? I don't know. With the 322 people watching, is probably some people be grossed out by it. But USDC got stuck in SVB. Bitcoin is safer now than the stable coins. All right. Thank you, Evil One. You guys are awesome. All right. Very good. So here we go. We've got William Fender. Cryptocurrency is counterfeit money. It's not real and could never be real money. Don't ever forget this. It's what you call a Ponzi scheme. There's people who have very strong opinions on the cryptos out there, for sure. J.M. Elise, a trust-owned Silicon Valley CEO, says Greg Baker sold $3.6 million worth of shares in his bank last week, days before the bank disclosed a $1.8 billion loss that triggered a fatal run on the bank, according to company filings. Coincidence? Could this guy be charged with this insider trading? I don't know. It'd be very interesting to see. Yeah, I'm swallowing my snot. It's hard not to do that, right? It's hard not to do that. But anyways, all right. Everybody says blow. All right. Let me do it. It probably would help me. Hold on. I'm going to do a little bit off camera. Oh. Oh. All right. There we go. It's a little better. But anyways. All right. Where are we at? Richard Metcalf. I always appreciate Richard's comments here. He says the following. I think it's a good idea to have a stack of fiat outside of the bank just in case. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's definitely a good idea. I know of one legit LCS that has had his bank account closed within a few days' notice only because he was dealing with a lot of cash, and someone thought it was suspicious without looking into the kind of business he was in. What successful LCS doesn't deal in cash? That's right, Richard. Yep, bad news. Very good. Yes, indeed. It could be. That's right, Ozzy. It could be the case. They're gambling with the cryptocurrencies tonight. You know, it's hard to tell. There's a lot of psychology in the markets. Jake, in the news, Yellen says no bailouts. Also in the news, the Fed have closed door meetings to create a special vehicle to bail out depositors not covered by FDIC. Reminds me of Ann Ryan's book, Atlas Shrugged, where no businesses can fail, so there's no unemployment. Yes, Jake. And that's another comment about this emergency meeting that's going to be coming up tomorrow with the Federal Reserve. So bailout depositors not covered by the FDIC. Interesting. Fascinating. All right. Let's see here. And let's see here. Coin Collector and Stacker says, I'm tempted to run out and buy some gold, but I'm also hesitant that it might just be a short-lived rally and even fall below $1,800 an ounce. You know, that's a real fear and a very real possibility. As we watch these markets now, gold was really popping out earlier, but it has scaled back its gains. However, right now, it is now up, starting to climb back up again. It is now 1883. 1883 and 50 cents now for gold, up $14.40. Silver's up 17 cents to $20.80. So there that is. And platinum is up 7. Palladium is up 2. Gold to silver ratio is at 90.94 right now. Yes, indeed. Good to see Mike Kitten as a Grandmaster. Welcome. Over here is here. Silver Drill Pickle is here, as well as Hayes Fino. All right. Very good. Let's get back to the comments. J.R. Hicksonball says, keep an eye on First Republic Bank. Took a massive hit as well. Dropped 15% in one day right after SVB collapse. First Republic Bank. I'd be very interested to see what kind of banking they do. Are they a crypto? Are they a tech bank? I don't know, but anyways. Skate Army. Forbes listed Silicon Valley Bank as one of America's best banks just weeks before the collapse. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. Rick is looking for 1780 bottom for gold. All right. Interesting. All right. Patricia Riley. One of my decoy stocks. Oops. What's happening here? I don't know what happened there. The whole thing just kind of scrambled there, but I've got one nostril that's completely stuffed up. I hate that. One of my decoy stocks has already taken embassing a fundamentalist Christian church group. Big grin on the cleaning crew. Fell for my decoys that are just as big as my real stack. Wow. Interesting. Decoy stack was already taken. Embassing a fundamentalist Christian group. I don't know what that means, but anyways, Patricia. Wow. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad they fell for it. Thank you, the Razamanaz. I appreciate that, my friend. All right. And Creek Runner says, definitely I'm holding in a holding pattern. There you go. The holding pattern is definitely a good thing to do when you're unsure of what to do. First Republic is the San Francisco. That's one of the three Janet was warning about watching closely. Interesting. Is it, so if it's in the San Francisco area, that is kind of near the tech sector. So we'll see. That's interesting. Fascinating indeed. All right. So we could see more of these banks fall that are in the tech space, that are in the crypto space. Man, I tell you what, risky times. What would that do, Stefan, if I soak my feet in Epsom salt? Patricia Riley says, I'm waiting to get my house until the foreclosure glut. That will be so great. Yeah, that would be definitely if that happens, although I think this is more related to the tech sector than the housing market, which in a way, I don't know. I don't know how you would say this. Is it bad or good? I mean, the technology is in all of our lives. If this affects Apple stock, for instance, I don't know. All right. Let's see. Very good. All right. So I'll use a wire gun cleaning brush to shrink out nostrils. I like that idea. Might smart a bit, but anyways. We'll see here. And we've got Tears for Beers. With only 1.38% of all deposits are covered, maybe techies wanted to be first in line and get paid out of this empty bucket. A back bucket, yes, very well could have been. Let's get back to the markets again. Chicken soup. I did have chicken soup earlier today, actually. Yes, indeed. I did have some chicken soup earlier today. Now look at this. Gold is starting to creep back up now. It's now up $18.40 now. And we're at the top of the hour. And so let's look at these prices and we're going to look at the charts. But they're starting to make a run back up again, folks. Silver is up 23 cents, now up over 1% again to $20.86. Platinum is now up 9. Palladium up 2. This is the top of the hour, folks. Appreciate you guys being here. If you don't mind pressing that thumbs up button, we need 100 more likes to reach that 350 goal for tonight. I appreciate it. And maybe even 400 likes we can get there. I think we can do that. So here we go. This is what gold looks like over the past hour. Look at this, folks. Look at that. We're looking at bid price, but you can see here that gold has shot up like a rocket. And this green line that we're looking at here. And then it started to kind of just keep going up and up and up. And it peaked and it came right. And it started to come back down and normalize a bit. But that normalization period occurred a little later than what usually happens when there's a big snap in the prices. But we're finding resistance around the 1880 mark for the bid price for gold. Indeed, and we are seeing that happen right now. Pretty interesting, remarkable look here at this Sunday night market watch, where it is an exciting night as the metals have really popped out in the market open. So there we are, and we can see that gold is now bouncing off resistance at 1880 there. For silver, we're seeing much the same thing here for silver. I mean, it almost looks identical to gold, except we're finding resistance here at $20.70 being the bid price here. Resistance there where it's starting to snap back up a little bit out of that. It's a bounce back in the other direction. So we'll see here. Interesting and fascinating. Now keep in mind, folks, as we watch these markets move in a positive direction here tonight, presumably because some of the news we're getting about more potential bank runs or collapse of these banks. We have another one that just occurred, a third one in total, the second one taken over by regulators. We reported on that earlier thanks to you in this community. Several of you mentioned this, that regulators in New York have closed Signature Bank there, citing systemic risk. This could be the beginning of several others that could be coming. Several others have their eyes on it, like this Republic Bank. And also, I think if Credit Suisse has issues or problems, and we see it span out to the tech portions of other banks, then maybe even Deutsche Bank, this could become a bigger thing. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, very, very good. Let's see here. And Mrs. Coin Crew is here. Hello, Mrs. Coin Crew. Good to see you. And Coin Crew was in here earlier. Good to see you guys. And Sergeant Gold is here tonight. Big E is with us tonight. All right. Let's get back over here. See where we're at. So the markets are up. Now, what I want to say to this, though, is that these markets going up like they have, we could see it completely go in the opposite direction. People, the markets are fickle. We could say, oh, we just want to run to cash, even though it's inflated, It's what they know. Their knee-jerk reaction is to put it into core accounts. We'll see what happens. But maybe, as was mentioned earlier tonight, people are realizing, what we really need is to go to something that is tried and true, and silver and gold are it. All right. Very good. Thank you, guys. Yep. Yeah, Yankee out. Yeah, actually, we reported on that earlier about that with Signature Bank. But yeah, it's crazy. All right. Now, Electropig von Fuckengruben says here, and if you guys have not seen this video, I encourage you to check it out. We get a really up-close and personal look at the 4-imaged security feature, the most advanced security feature on bullion coins in the world today. Electropig says, I remember back in the 70s or 80s, there was a building somewhere in Europe that had an interior wall that caught the light and cast different shadows based on the angle of the sun. Basically the same effect, only on a huge scale. One image at sunrise, and then the sun at its height, and one at sunset. Very cool. That is wild. I would love to see that building. That's wild. That's amazing. Yes, indeed. Yeah, no worries, Yankee Stacking. But yeah, that's big news. Big news indeed that bank, the regulators have closed. The Signature Bank, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens if other banks close as well too. All right, thank you so much. Savage Stacker's gonna cook up something for his family. I wish I was there to partake. Awesome. Thank you, Savage Stacker. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Hoosier Stacker. I appreciate all you guys being here tonight, by the way. You guys are amazing, and appreciate you. If you don't mind pressing that thumbs up button, it would be muchly appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do that as well. And thank you very much. All right, let's see here. Edward Caxor says, let's not forget that BRICS, which he says is 149 countries. And, I think we very well could see. That's a pretty big number, though, because I think there's, 206 countries, I think. But anyways, not using the reserve currency US dollar, and what I'm feeling is Saudi will announce the petro yuan on the starting date of 3/22/23, Ramadan. Dollar goes poof, and almost forget Fed raises 50 basis points. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think either of those are going to happen. The Fed may raise rates 50 basis points next time, not in March, but next time. But we'll see here. But I don't think they're going to just abandon the dollar. The dollar is entrenched in 60% of all transactions around the world. It's not going away anytime soon, that's for sure. Let's see here. But they are chiseling away at it. And that is something that should be noted and should be recognized, that the BRICS nations and other nations are chiseling away at the dollar. They don't want to be beholden to it, and I can understand that. Really the only way, I think. Thank you, Dennis Niemeyer. Appreciate it. The only way to do that is with gold with gold. Well, if you're a central bank, if you're a country, that's the best way to do that. Is Truist a tier 1 bank? Not sure. I have big money with their investment department, stocks and bonds. I wish I understood what was happening a bit more, but it is what it is. I think Truist is it is a pretty big bank, but I don't think they are heavily involved in the tech sector. So unless they have a coveted interest or in what they were doing. And I think that most Truist banks are more East Coast and mostly Southeast, is what I understand with Truist. It's a pretty big bank. I think you're probably safe if you have money there. But anyways, all right, very good. Excuse me, and I apologize again for the sniffling and the coughing. All right. 66 Sam says, hope you're feeling better. Well, thank you, brother. Yeah, just kind of under the weather here, but thank you. I appreciate that, 66 Sam. Oregon Matrix. The Rigosaurus is the only dinosaur that lives and is thriving in every aspect of the financial world. I tell you what, the Fed is the kingmaker in that regard, right? The Fed is the kingmaker. FDIC has just over 2 cents in the dollar for all of our banking institutions. Not panicking, just educating. That's right. FDIC, they have over 2 cents in the dollar. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Yeah. All right. Tea and honey. That's right. All right, now I got the old coffee with cinnamon in it. Does that count? I hope I don't give it to you guys, by the way. Don't get too close to the screen. You might catch a cold from me. We don't want to do that. All right. T-Girl Amber says, deeper dips would be nice, but at this point, that's what she said. But at this point, the goons in power won't let up. Speaking of goons, are the Hanson brothers in need of work? I say we hire them to take the garbage out. There we go. What is that song? Mbop, 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 mbop. I'm ashamed that I know that song. Sorry, you're going to give me a cold with all that coughing. Stop talking, just play guitar. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man, too much news tonight to play guitar and to stop talking. Although I know that's what Terry wants. Terry wants me take some silver. They're trying to take some silver. I do have some colloidal silver, but I've heard some bad things about it. I haven't opened up the bottle yet, but anyways. Plus, they're probably out of date by now anyways. All right, here we are. Look at that. A gold is now up $19.20 again. Over 1% now for gold and over 1% for silver. 22 cents, $20.85. Platinum up 12. Palladium up 5. Wow, the markets are moving up and staying up tonight. It'll be very interesting to see what happens with gold and silver as the London markets open in hours from now, and then as the markets open up here on the East Coast of the United States. And we'll see here. All right. Very good. Snakebite says, I hope we have at least one more dip. I need to make a large purchase coming up. I wouldn't rule it out. I would not rule out that other dip, even though we're seeing the markets climb up fairly dramatically tonight. I've got some Goldschlager right here, actually, just for display purposes only, but I'm not going to take it. I know it's got cinnamon and gold in it. I'm looking at it right now. Who wants to see the Goldschlager bottle? All right, we're going to take a little pause here. I've got to show this just to prove it that I've got this thing. You're going to love this. Yep, I'm not going to be drinking it. I've got it for display purposes only, but I've got to show it to you. Here we go. You want to see gold and liquor? Here we go. Yes, indeed. There it is. Goldschlager. That's little gold flakes in there. That's it right there. Yep. Who would ever thought that gold would float? That's exactly how thin the little flakes can get. They can float in alcohol. That's pure gold in there. Yes, indeed. I dare not drink it, though, because I just like it just for the look of it. You know, that's kind of cool to get gold and alcohol there by your side. Right there it is. Very, very good. Shake it up. Oh, 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 shake it up. I did. Yeah, I just shaked it. Just as Jay Unleashed said to shake it, I shook it. You know what I mean? So there it is. All right. Little Goldschlager for you there. All right. Now let's get back to the front. And make this happen. It's a little display piece. All right. Where are we at? Frostbites, coins, and collectibles. He's been posting some really good videos as of late about the history of coining in the United States Mint and the like. Good stuff. Greetings, John W. Good to see you. CCT, I have some silver flakes in for Christmas. I had some oh nice. Had some with silver flakes. That's cool, CCT. That is awesome. Wow. All right. Frostbite. Have a good night, Rocky Superstar. Appreciate you, brother. Daisy is here. She's got some in her freezer. Gold kidney stones. Ooh, that would hurt. I think I'll pass on that too. Yes, that would be good to have gold kidney stones. All right, so Frostbite. I expect silver to drop a little more, and then I'll buy silver. I'm expecting a bump up, and then a settling of silver around the 18. Well, so far, you're right. It is up a little bit today, Frostbite. I'm by no means a market analyst, but historically, we will see a drop once they resolve this issue. They will undersell how critical of an event this is. Silver will fall, and then we can increase our stacks. You very well may be right. And Merc Walker chimes in here. Thank you for the super chat. Says, wondering if online bullion dealers will pull some shady stunts like they did in 2020. This is Sloth Leadfoot. Oh, thank you, Sloth. Hey, thank you, Sloth. I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see what happens with that, sir. I think it all depends on supply crunches, but I don't think it all really just depends on demand, how that plays out. And we'll see here. Rick A is having issues with SD Bullion right now, taking forever to send his order. But we'll see. If people start to make a big run on precious metals tonight and tomorrow, we very well could clog up the system. Indeed. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. Glad you guys are here. Will we see 1900 tonight, says Jamie Foxx? I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see. Let's look at them again. Let's look at the markets one more time here. At least, well, not one more time. We're going to look at them more than one more time. Look at that. Gold is up 18.80 right now. Silver is up 22 cents. Platinum is up $11 now. Platinum is now the top performer of the night. Wow, that's something to see. Palladium is up 5. Gold to silver ratio, it is at 90.93. There it is. All right. Oh, yeah. Nimrod, I remember the exact same chart at the AMC weekend. The market opened pushing up, then a little rebound, then totally down for a month. Yes, at the AMC, that's right. Yep, very well could be happening. We shall find out. By the way, good to see Silver Hair Stacker bought a tube of Eagles today. Louis Silver told me to. There you go. Louis Silver actually had a pretty good video talking about Silver Eagle premiums that, we can't expect them, $2 or $3 over spot. It was a really good video. I think if you can get Silver Eagles for between $5 and $7 over, you're doing pretty good in this market. All right. Okay. All right. Hello, T-Girl Amber. Welcome, T-Girl. Glad you're here. So let's get back to the comments here. We have Sentinel of Freedom Forever. I love that name. That's pretty cool. I love that. That's cool. It says here, when Obama was elected, I cashed out my 401k and spent $100,000 on silver. In one day and 9 months, I cashed it all back in at $42 an ounce. Timing is everything. Wow. You did exactly the right thing at the right time. A very risky thing, and exactly the opposite of what somebody else had done. And I made a video about it, about how somebody lost $58,000 in investing in silver. All right. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. All right, Lawrence says here. Lawrence says, precious metals not even on my list of what I'm interested in going forward. I'm used to embracing chaos, and it's my normal. Fear may be the larger normal, but it's detrimental in most cases to most people. In summary, get a grip on reality, not on fear or personal belongings, and avoid groupthink such as too many ignorant YouTube videos. That's right. I mean, we should all think for ourselves and digest the information and operate under your understanding of the metals markets and everything else. But anyways, very good. All right. Now we've got Anxious Stacker. I'm hoping to see it go even lower, but not sure that it will. I'll be buying again here soon, so I hope to see a good long dip after the Fed announcements on the 22nd. Yes, we shall see. Very good. All right. Frostbite says it's too easy to manipulate the paper aspect of silver. Numbers can be analyzed to say whatever they want to, and that's the whole statistics joke. That's right. Yep. They revise these numbers one way or the other. High-pitched noise. Oh, okay, high-pitched noise. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for letting me know. I must have coughed in this mic too much. We did this last time. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try something. Hold on. You're gonna hear silence for a little while. Hold on. Check. It's still there. Dang it. I'm not sure what's going on. Check. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. I apologize. Dang, I lost a lot of viewers on that one too. All right. I think we're okay. Let me check it. Check. Let's see. Check. All right, there we go. All right. I think we're back. All good now. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why that occurred. I may have coughed into the mic too much. I don't know. But anyways, sorry about that. Thank you guys. I hope we lost a lot of viewers on that. And I apologize. Dang it. Interruptions like that are not good on a busy night like this. So I apologize. Let's see here. Hopefully they'll come back. But let's get back to the markets again. Yeah, Nimrod. We reported on that earlier. In fact, I may even adjust the title here while I do this here, because I think that'll probably help. Hold on a second here. I can figure this out how to do that. Let's see here. Yeah. All right, very good. Okay. All right, very good. Let's see here. We're back in action. So there it is. So now we are looking at these markets again. And we can see that they are reacting and they're up. Gold is normalizing though at around between the $15 and $17 above the open tonight. Up 0.84%, 1884 and 80 cents there for gold. Silver up 19 cents to $20.81. Very good. Yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. I apologize again for that. So there it is. So we have the markets up in positive territory tonight, and I think they're going to start to be digesting with this other bank that has announced that it's closing tonight. That is Signature Bank. And over systemic risk, as reported here to me by some of you in this community here on this live stream. So there it is. Thank you. All right, let's see here. And where are we at? Tony Minuti says, I think at this point it's fair to say that silver has good support at $20. Nevertheless, a black swan event could affect it both positively and negatively. That's right, exactly. That's right. I'm anticipating a black swan event somewhere around June 30th. Okay. I wonder why June 30th, Tony. And Tony is here, by the way. So Tony is predicting that we may see something around June 30th. I wonder why that date. But anyways, I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for sticking with me tonight. I apologize for the technical difficulty earlier, but we are back online. And by the way, we are close to the to our 350 thumbs up goal tonight. We might get to 400 if everybody's feeling a little frisky. That would be nice. Deborah Labarge, thank you. Thank you, my friend. Yes, appreciate that. Try that silver. Maybe I should just lick some silver, maybe, perhaps. I'll just tongue my silver. There we go. French kiss my silver. That would do it. Thank you, Deborah. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you. Keep stacking, says JVF. Rick A. Fed will bail in SVB. We shall see. They're saying they're not going to do it. At least the Treasury Department's not going to do it. But will this meeting that they're holding, this emergency meeting, means that the Fed will do it? We'll find out. Can you imagine if they were to do that? Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Very, very good. All right. Thank you so much, T-Girl Amber. Thanks for popping in tonight. I appreciate you so much. All right. No, John Bethia, we're still here. It's all good. All right. Large Job just says Signature Bank had deposits exceeding $83 billion. Wow. I wonder how much SVB had. Anybody know? No bailouts for banks this time. That's according to the Treasury Department, according to Janet Yellen, if we believe her. Yes, indeed. All right. Nick Upland says, funny how we're near a bottom and premiums are still like it's $24 an ounce. Yep. I know. It's crazy. Yep, I agree. All right. DS says here, still feel the bottom of silver is under $20. Anywhere where you could be right. Recent bank closures in a temporary diversion causing an uptick in silver. I'm waiting for the dust to settle. In the meantime, I'm stacking cash. I don't measure my comfort level in money or dollars. I measure in ounces. Silver may take off someday, but it will be unexpected as a thief in the night. Best be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. Well, it is nighttime technically now, and it's up. $218 billion. Wow. So much larger than $83 billion over there. Wow, crazy. Independent Many United, nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you, Independent Many United. I'm glad you're here, and I appreciate you coming on tonight. Thank you so much. All right, spoonful of butter. Wow, I've heard all kinds of different remedies. All right, let's see here for this cold. Thank you, guys. All right. All right, let's see. Rick Korud says, I last bought at $18.23. I hit that number again, and I'll buy. All right, so there we go. He's kind of basing on where he's going to buy again when it comes back down to that number before. And we'll see. And right now, by the way, we'll look at the markets. They are indeed up, and they're holding fairly steady now at its gains. Silver up $15.20, and it is at $18.84.30. Silver, that's where gold is. Silver's at $20.81, up 19 cents. There it is. All right. All right. Very, very good. We'll come back to this markets here shortly. Rabbit hole goes deep, and it very well could. We'll find out. We'll see. Whiskey cures colds. There you go. MC says, Monday we are going to see prices spike. Well, MC, you made this comment just before the markets open, and they are starting up pretty high, so you were right. All right, and Team America, Matt Damon, even if we're to the moon, I probably will not sell it unless I was extremely desperate and needed the money. There you go. All right. Oh, excuse me for a moment. Ah. Ah. You you would not believe how much tissue paper I've gone through over the last few hours here. I mean, like for the whole day, a lot of it, almost a whole box. I bet it'll be a pause, says Cole Marsh. Interesting, a pause. You think the Fed's gonna pause? Yeah, they may pause sooner than expected if this stuff continues. We'll see here, but we'll find out how far-reaching this could be. Spin cycle. Never keep all your assets in one place. That CEO lady who lost $10 million at SVB just realized that most basic of financial concepts. That's true. Very true. All right. Ah, very good. BYOB, need to go to the bank. All right, there you go. Who's your status going to the bring your own bank? All right, I love that. Be your own bank. I love that. Very good, good. All right. Let's see here. Timbo White says, good afternoon, my good bro and sis of Salivate Metals. Thank you, Timbo White. Appreciate that. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. March on through here. We've got Northern Hillbilly. When the economy collapses, there'll work be bailouts, only bail-ins. No late for normies. Prepare SHCF soon. All right. Well, yep. I think we're a little ways off from economy collapsing, but still, this is something. This is some pretty big news today, even though this bank is much smaller. And the depositors, this is across the continental U.S., and this regulators have closed New York Signatures Bank, citing systemic risk. As we reported on earlier, this is from CNBC, I talked about earlier. And so it is indeed something's going on there for sure. All right. And it may not be the last one before it's all said, before the dust settles. What will the settling of the dust look like? I don't know. It'll be very interesting and fascinating to see how far this goes. Will it be worse or not be as bad as some people predict? Although I think this news that we're getting tonight leads us to think that this is going to be much further reaching, for sure. All right. And average stacker, don't think we have, so still waiting. All right, there you go, average. Yes, indeed. And I think waiting is definitely a good thing at times, to just be patient and just wait things out. Totally understandable. All right. Fiddlemaster J, I'm finishing up on silver for the year. Unless there's something I can't pass up, I'm switching to gold throughout the rest of 2023. Gold, cash, and food. Don't forget your food pantry. My wife and I pressure all kinds of meats and veggies. It's worth it. I passed on silver this week to pack my freezer with on-sale chicken and London broilers. My gold envelope grew a little bit. Wise way to go. And I cannot stress enough, folks, that is definitely a good thing. We need to probably think about other areas of preparation as well, too. It's not all about gold and silver. That's why I encourage you to even have a little bit of cash outside of the banking system. Have preparations, extra food, water, and the like. Fiddlemaster J is doing it right. Very good idea. All right. Low-flying geese. Blood my nose. That's right, exactly. Multi-Gunman is still here. Thank you guys for being here tonight, staying with me. By the way, the poll that we have about 502 votes. Wow. 77% of you think that silver will go up tonight, and it is up. 23% say down. There's still room for it to go down. It could happen. We never know. And that's over the course of the night. Some people feel we can see it smash down through high-frequency trades during the course of the night when we're all asleep. Who knows? And we've seen big sell-offs still happen at that time. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Silver Drill Pickle. Voice about the same. Still hanging in there. We got a lot to cover tonight, so that's why I'm here doing it. Thank you, guys. We are 10 away from meeting our first goal tonight of thumbs up, which is 350. Our ultimate goal tonight is 400 thumbs up. All right. You have to stack your preparedness. That's right, exactly. That's the saying over at Who's Your Stackers channel. So check him out when you get a chance. He's got a great channel. Count Derpila, make dollars great again. Make us 1 and 2. Nano hemp bucks, put it in the money. Encrypted for independent quantum encryption scanning systems make technology great. Technology will be used to conquer us all with a system as fragile as fine china in a meteor storm. Yes, indeed. That's right. Strengthen it up. All right, very good. Coin Crew is here. He's just a guy, but he's the man. Nimrod, is there a list of banks to collapse next? I found something from CNBC Signature just happened. Yep, we talked about that there multiple times tonight about Signature collapsing. First Republic is one that's mentioned, and I don't know. We'll see. Pacific Western and Western Alliance very well could happen. Very well could happen. All right. All right, we've reached our first goal. We're at 350 thumbs up now. We're about 50 away from our ultimate goal of 400 and even more. Good to see you guys. All right. MDH says here, we'll look at this comment, then we will get back to the markets and see what they're doing. All right, heads up. PAXG cryptocurrency gold price is at 1992 at 3:45 Eastern Time, Central Time. The crypto gold tracks fairly close to spot gold during the trading week. Cryptos trade 24/7. Will gold pop at the open this evening? It did. It has. It has popped up. Excuse me. Excuse me, fellas, ladies, and gentlemen. Excuse me. That's my honker. I just honked my honker right there. Press the number 1 if you like to honk your honker. Did you like that sound? Somebody ought to sample that and put it in the keyboard. Oh boy. All right. So yes, MDH. If that's a scale, the markets did react. They are up, but they're falling back a little bit from those gains. But anyways, gold is up 18.82 and 40 cents for gold. Silver up 17 cents now. Yes, indeed. $20.79. Platinum. We may actually probably check the graphs again, the charts, and we may do that as we get close to the second hour of this broadcast. Thank you, Keystone Stacker, and I do apologize for the honking and the blowing the nose. You know, it just goose hunting. That's right. But yeah, I'm sorry. Jamie Foxx has had it too. Yep, just one of those things. You got to keep going though. Got to keep pressing on. Uncle Paulie's Basement says, I think the bottom is about 1790 to 1810. All right. There we go. And that very well could be. Very well could be. All right. The bottom. I'm hearing experts say bank runs will cause the next banks to collapse. Yes, we'll see. We shall see. I don't know. Any evidence? I guess we'll find out during the course of the week if there's any bank runs that happen, right? But I kind of doubt. I don't know. All right, let's see here. Philip Robson says here, I think silver has been a very good buy over the past several years and has been reassuring. Whoops, it's not letting me do this. It's not been reassuring when you look at what's been going on in the world. Silver can do well when times are good. Yep, it can. That's right. As opposed to gold, which tends to only do well when times are bad. Things seem to be finally getting back to normal after COVID, albeit slowly. Green energy programs are about to start. Could keep silver above 20 as a hard floor. Cash in the bank, on the other hand, would have lost so much in spending power. I have even seen basic grocery items literally double in price, such as, for instance, a packet of cheese. I'm holding my metal for sure. Will slowly keep adding it to my stack. Well done. All right. And Pax says here, with a long comment, we'll see what he says. Hold on a second here. Fiddlemaster J is still here. Thank you, Fiddlemaster. Thank you. I think you're right, mate. And even if you're wrong, I still think right now is a great buy point. Silver Dragons agrees with you exactly. Yankee Stacking has a slightly different view, and he sees strong downside opportunity in the next few weeks with the Fed and is predicting lower lows. I've been saying for more than a year that the absolute bottom is 18, and the price cannot remain below that. Whether we test 18 is anyone's guess, but I doubt it. The algorithms know too much. I agree 100%. You buy physical for long-term holding, and 10% short-term price drop is $18 is meaningless in the long term. We want to leave some to the next generation and have a lifetime insurance, not speculate to accumulate. Having said that, in the case of silver and even for gold, it may dip 10%, and there are realistic arguments for silver to 5 times in the next 2 years. My personal prediction of $100 an ounce by mid-2025. And bigger names than me, like Robert Kiyosaki, a guy I hate, and Michael Maloney, a guy I rate, are making bold claims between 25 and 40 times possibilities. But I don't want silver to 25 or 40 times, because if it does, I will have to suicide like Scrooge McDuck, driving in a pit of sound money. Well, we're in big troubles if it gets that high, right? If it gets, crazy, crazy high like that. And we got bigger problems on our hands, I think, if we have 25 to 40 times. But thank you. Good comment, Pax. Appreciate that. Randy Key 8 Uvum, nothing like a bank run to drive up silver prices. Yeah, well, I think we'll see what happens when they open up on Monday. That's tomorrow. We shall see. Liquid Electrum, even 1 or 2 bank failures is a game changer, in my opinion. In these unstable days, people are catching on quick. Silver could really take off at this point. Right now, we've had our 3rd bank fall. 2 of them now. The second one is because of the regulators going in. All right, very good. Okay, Tucson Bubba, have a great evening. Appreciate you being here, Tucson Bubba. You are the man. Have a good evening, brother. Appreciate you so much. All right, Paul Mann. How come Next Libertad is more than most coins, or is it just me? It is more, because they're limited mintage. As a bullion coin, they have very limited mintages, like, 300,000 or something per year. They're highly popular, and so I think that's why they tend to do very good in the secondary market for prior years. It is a premium bullion coin, for sure, the Libertad. All right. Stefan, I'll know I've hit bottom when I'm buying 1 gram gold. Here you go. And they get that high. And that's a pretty big stuff. Big premiums. Speaking of hitting bottom, where's 79? She's cruising for a spanking. Well, she's here now. You can spank her. Yes, indeed, you can. Silver Specie. Don't buy no silver or it's curtains for you. It's all mine. See? It's all mine. Yes, indeed. All right. Coin collecting fun. Excellent video. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate the thumbs up. That definitely does help. Speaking of thumbs up, we are about 40 away, a little less than 40 away from 400 thumbs up in this live stream tonight. I think we can get there. Appreciate you guys. Rocky Superstar. Sal, this next week will be a crazy ride in the metals. I feel you will see silver go up on Monday. Will Rocky, it's actually up right now. It's up pretty dramatically right now. Oh, the Oscars are on tonight. Interesting. Wow. I'm beating out the Oscars. Thank you, Rick A. I had no idea they were on. I wonder if there will be any slapstick comedy happening at the Oscars tonight. We'll find out. Lonesome Ridge. This channel rules, talking about jobs. A lot of retirees are headed back to work. I've personally spoken to many. Wow. That's very well could be adding to some of these job numbers. That's crazy because people have to go to work. That's a good point. Very good point. Thank you. And Lenny Bogard says, I don't know if we could all be very wealthy by 300 p.m., but I'm going to allow myself to dream for the next 45 minutes. Don't ruin this for me. All right, we won't. John Bethia, they must be counting mowing grass, windows, and washing and picking up trash as jobs nowadays. Yep. Counting everything they can, I guess. A lot of service-oriented jobs. What adds to those numbers. Thank you, Tony Minuti. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. All right. And let's refresh these markets. We can see that silver is hanging on to some of its gains now. Up 19 cents to $20.82 for silver. Gold is up $13.80 to $1,882.90. Very good. So there it is. All right. Crazy, crazy. There's where markets are. And platinum is up $7. Palladium up 5. Gold to silver ratio is still very high to 90.83. Thank you, Jay McGuire. Trying my best here. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you being here tonight. All right. And let's see here. Let's get over to Time to Dream. I'm anticipating a correction. He's anticipating a correction in the gold to silver ratio as it stands at 90-1. Perhaps some of that gold will rush over to buy that silver. It could. Can you imagine if that were to happen? That'd be pretty dramatic. Let's see here. All right, very good. A man to the meeple is chiming in the chat side. I'd love to get everybody's opinion. Is silver around a silver round? Is a silver round a silver round? Or is a buffalo round more desirable than a different design? Does it matter what mint? Typically, for the silver rounds, it's better to have it from a reputable, well-known brand name. That's why I don't like to use the word generic for privately issued silver. Most of the buffalo rounds are very recognizable and are made by a certain number of mints. But yeah, I would think that that's fine. Yeah. I think the buffaloes are good, but there's other branded stuff too that's known. But most of them are, and obviously they can all be tested to see whether they're relatively, if they're genuine product or not. Multiple different ways to test those. All right. Dale Val says here, let me get to this. Let me do that so we can do this. Go over there and grab this. Dale Val, if the SVB and the other banks that go out on Monday, well, in my opinion, there are way more banks involved in this than people think. I was warned 2 weeks ago that they want to force in CBDC. Here it comes, guys. My guess tonight, silver's headed up, and we'll go crazy time in the coming days. As for dips, there won't be any more dips under 20. Hell, after next week, you can double that expectation to silver's new low. Here we go, guys. The smart stackers are ready. Boom. Well, Dale, yeah. So far, you're right. Tonight, they are up. And Liquid Electrum says, from the sound of it, the Treasury has said tonight that all deposits will be made whole over $250,000. Breaking news and a big move. Yes, that is big. So they are going to be made whole. They're going to be bailed out. The Treasury said that all of them, with the FDIC, will make sure to cover all of those big deposits. Wow. Crazy, crazy. Flat Earth says, have we reached the bottom in silver? More or less, yes, he says here. And this is good news because a bottom in front of you is better than a frontal lobotomy. That's right, exactly. All right. All right, very good. Okay, let's get back over here. CBDC time, yes. Well, and I don't know. I still think it's still very premature about the CBDC. I disagree with that. I don't think they're going to get the central bank digital currencies and rush them in. Now, a good crisis to go to waste, they're still through their pilot project, and they would have to get congressional approval first. Now, with that being said, they may have an emergency measure that uses some aspects of the CBDC within these banks. In other words, FedCoin very well may be rolled out to bail out or to cover some of these banks and some of these deposits. They may use like a crypto or a blockchain type of ledger system in order to do it, to track those payments. I can see that happening, but we'll see. But I don't know. Anything they can do outside of Congress, they will do. But in order to get that on all of us, that could be the beginning of it. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't see a full rollout of CBDC on this though yet. All right. Now, could it be thrown into a bill very quickly? Yes, it could. They sneak in a CBDC measure into a bill this coming year. I can see that happening. And watch your states too. because states have to sign off on this as well too. Evil One says, today I had to transfer money from my crypto account to my bank account to buy silver. It arrived on a Sunday, 5 minutes before I transferred it. Wow, that's crazy. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Folks, we are a mere 30 thumbs up away from reaching our goal tonight of 400 thumbs up. Yes, indeed. 400 thumbs up. We have a thumb up from the global warmer, which we appreciate that on this video. And Trapper Bob Patriot. It seems to me it's going up since Friday. I'm on the fence about ordering another tube. I almost just ordered, then backed off, waiting till later this PM to see what happens when the market's open. Yes, timing those buys is crucial, and obviously tonight the metals have gone up. In fact, they've gone up rather substantially with a short amount of time, less than 2 hours. Silver's up 17 cents, less than 2 hours here, to $20.80 for silver. Gold is up just over half a percentage point now. It's now dropped to just $10 above. That's pretty remarkable to see. It's coming back down, and it's below that resistance of 1880 now that we thought was there earlier in the evening. This is interesting to see. Wow. So that's where gold's price is now. It's down below the resistance that we saw earlier. We're going to see that when we look at the graph here in a moment. All right. We'll come back to those here in a moment. We might see 15, but later 30 or higher, says MRB. Yes, that's right. We very well may see it go higher. I'm still saying $28 by the end of the year, but what do I know? Lenny Bogard says here, I really think it's bad news for us in the stacking community, because if the government gets involved, they will confiscate our metal, and the president will bust and declare emergency when we'll be on the government till forever. Well, Lenny, I think that's misplaced fear. This is actually a very good thing, because they are going to. It's less likely that they're going to confiscate your metals. I don't even know how they could do that in this day and age. Even if they repeat an actual executive order like FDR did, I just don't think it's possible. That most of us were wise to that. We would never sell. We would lose it in an unfortunate accident in the middle of the sea, in the middle of the ocean somewhere, in a freight liner, and it just disappears. Or in an unfortunate MH370 accident. All right, let's see here. Mike Isa. I don't think it's the bottom yet, but who knows? Who knows? Coin collecting fun with a big like on this one. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Very kind. The global warmer says, I'm going to let my freak fly. My freak flag fly. I believe the dollar is going through a major crisis before it gets better. Trump is going to be back in. I don't know how, but it'll be before Biden's term ends. Interesting. All right. We shall see. Thank you, global warmer. Your thoughts on that? We'll see. Here we go. Sorry. I had to do it. Let's see here. Very good. But we could have a major crisis. But who knows? I think at this point we don't know where things are going to go. A lot of the stuff is still in the air. I actually was shocked at this news tonight. In fact, you know what? Let me pull this back up again. Let's go over here. Let's do that. This broke earlier tonight. Thanks to many of you in the community, or several of you here in this chat reported this, that regulators have closed New York's Signature Bank, citing systemic risk. This just happened tonight, folks. And U.S. regulators on Sunday shut down the New York-based Signature Bank in a bid to prevent the spreading banking crisis. We also are announcing a similar systemic risk exception for Signature Bank, New York, which is closed by its state chartering authority, according to Treasury, Federal Reserve, and FDI said in a joint statement on Sunday evening. The banking regulators said depositors at Signature Bank will have full access to their deposits. A similar move to ensure depositors of the failed Silicon Valley Bank will get their money back. It's all about implants, right? Silicone? I don't know, silicon. Anyways, all depositors of this institution will be made whole. As with the resolution of Silicon Valley Bank, no losses will be borne by the taxpayer, the regulator said. But they're going to bail them out, apparently. USD coin is back to $1 where it's supposed to stay. It's recovering. Good for crypto. All right, very good. Good to see. All right. Yeah, they've changed their tune now. No systemic risk all weekend. And now it looks like there is. All right, so, and again, looking back at what happened with SVB, the regulator shuttered Silicon Valley Bank on Friday and seized all deposits in the largest U.S. banking failure since the 2008 crisis. And by the way, it was the second largest ever. The dramatic move comes just days after the tech-focused institution reported that it was struggling at triggering a run on the bank's deposits. Signature is one of the main banks to the cryptocurrency industry. It had a market value of $4.4 billion as of Friday, according to FactSet. The stock had fallen nearly 40% this year after its crypto banking peer, Silvergate Capital, liquidated its bank voluntarily, by the way. That was a volunteer closure that they did, where they liquidated. But it's amazing because with the cryptocurrency being involved in these institutions, what do we have happening with the cryptocurrency now? It is up. Almost 8% Bitcoin is up. It is now over $22,000 per Bitcoin now. And Ethereum is also up well over 7.5% to 1588. So there it is. So those metals are up, or those markets are up, and this is going on. To me, that doesn't make sense. You would think that it would be the other way around. But I mean, people are speculating with Bitcoin now, thinking, hey, this is the time to get in. I don't know. Anyways, as of December the 31st, Signature had $110.4 billion in total assets and $88.6 billion in total deposits, according to a securities filing. All right, have a good night, CCT. Thank you so much. Appreciate you so much for being here. And thank you all for hanging with me tonight. Appreciate it. And let's see here. Some kids are pulling out money and putting in the Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, there you go. And that might be it. That's just it. Maybe they feel safer having it in exchanges or having it in their wallets in the form of Bitcoin. That very well could be the case. Stable coins. Very well could be. All right, anyways, the article continues here. To stem the damage and stave off a bigger crisis, the Fed and Treasury created an emergency program to backstop deposits at both Signature Bank and Silicon Valley Bank using the Fed's emergency lending authority. And that could be the beginnings of what I think what Liquid Electrum's talking about here, that they may use some implications or some partial CBDC attributes to this type of system. That very well could be. Not many people were talking about that. That very well could be. They might sneak some of that in there. They might try this. And that could be the Rahm Emanuel kind of plan here to use, don't let a good crisis go to waste. Let's test this system where we could track everything using the attributes of a central bank digital currency without actually using a central bank digital currency. So, while depositors will have access to their money, equity, and bondholders at both banks are being wiped out, as senior Treasury officials said. That's the latest on it now from CNBC, as the regulators have closed New York Signature Bank, the second bank to collapse and be taken over by regulators. One of three banks that, by the way, that have collapsed in the last week. All right. So there it is. We've reached our goal of 400 thumbs up. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Big J says here, this week will be very interesting in the banking sector. True that. That's exactly right. Very true. I agree with that. That's probably an understatement, actually, but hey, very, very good. Thank you, Big J, for that comment. And we've got Chuck and Plata chiming in on this. Says, Sal, my speculations are speculative. My guess is most likely wrong. I just want to listen and slurp along with Sal, digesting all day long. There you go. Yes, indeed. Culture of Currency is here. I've missed you too. Hope you're doing well. Been busy. Glad I got a moment to listen. Thanks for popping in, Culture of Currency. Have a little bit of a cold tonight, so pardon that, but I appreciate you being here. You guys are awesome. All right. Very good. Thank you. And we have FN Mag says here. Excuse me. The following. I think the whole problem with metal is that even if silver were $12 an ounce, you would still pay $25 because of all the premiums and everything involved in buying the metal. Well, FN Mag, that's exactly right. That was borne out in 2020, in March of 2020, when it went below $12 an ounce. I bought a tube of Eagles at the bottom, at silver's bottom, and paid over $20 a piece for them. The days of the inexpensive silver are long gone. You will never buy silver under 20 anymore. I don't necessarily wouldn't say never, never say never with that type of thing, but you're probably right. Mainly because of inflation and the fuel costs and all the thing that's involved in processing silver, as inflation touches all of our lives in every aspect of every part of the supply chain and everything else. And so you're probably right. We're probably going to have higher percentages now on buying silver products. Premiums may come down, but they're not going to normalize to where they were before the pandemic, for sure. All right. All right. Okay. Let's march ahead over here. See, we've got, let's refresh these comments, and while that's refreshing, let's take a look at the markets. Now we're seeing, look at this, folks. The markets are really starting to kind of pull back a little bit from recent gains that we saw. It's like we had an exciting 2 hours, and now they're starting to come back down. And they're still up fairly dramatically, but still not. Let's take a look at the charts now. It is at the top of the hour. Look at this, folks. Sawtoothing back down below resistance of 1880. So what's going to happen? Is this one of those things where they're selling off? Is this the beginning of what's happening in the middle of the night for the gold and silver prices being smacked down? Interesting. Interesting to see here. Dramatic moves of the past 2 hours, and we're seeing a steady decline in gold price right now, below that 1880 mark, which I thought was resistance that we saw earlier. It smashed through it, though, right now. Yeah. So we'll see there. Very good. Yeah, ESG is definitely having an effect on a lot of different things, for sure. And I think that's part of the reason why we're seeing higher prices, yes. There's golds over the past hour, or past 2 hours. Silver, though, is right at resistance, just a little bit below it. Silver is showing a little bit more fortitude here, or I was going to say fortitude, but you know what I'm saying. There it is. Yes, down, but not out for silver. Crazy, crazy. And look at that dramatic rise we saw earlier in the night. And now we're seeing it kind of sawtooth down. And it's right at the resistance point, around $20.68 or something like that in the bid price. We're actually going to look and see what that price is right now. Actually, $20.64. There's a dime's worth of difference between bid and ask for price for silver. So we may see it up 12 cents now, but we'll watch it for a little bit longer here. Still, these are strong gains, even as such, for a market watch that we do here. And I'm thankful that you guys are with me here tonight. All right. Let's see here. We've refreshed the comments. So we're going to go down here and capture some replies from some of those. And we'll get back over here. All right. Here we go. Dan K. I'd like to see Silver Eagles sold for the $1 that is stamped on them. Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Pipe dream, but it would be nice. Rick Engman, who I think is with us here tonight in this very live stream, says the following. I think tonight the price will jump, but will only be a knee-jerk reaction to the news. Most people that will buy in the next couple of days will get burned. I agree. Wait and digest. Well, Rick, so far, with the latest numbers that we're seeing, you very well may be right, sir, because they are starting to pull back a little bit. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. And we've got Travis Jacobson. Premium's already skyrocketing. I won't be buying right now. Got to look so hard for the semi-okay deal. Yes. There you go. That's right. That's right. Local coin review. Silver is going to 332 pesos this year. All right. I don't know what the peso to dollar ratio is. All right. Thank you, Hoosier Stacker. Have a good evening, brother. Appreciate you so much. Have a good one. All right. And Carrito Caballo says, to me, this is the closest thing I've ever seen to alien technology. It's pretty wild, isn't it? Pretty wild to see it up close and personal. And Handsome Hero says, silver isn't worth talking about until it only exceeds $30 an ounce, but established $30 an ounce as a stable base support, in my opinion. Yeah, well, you know, I think it'll be who knows what's going to happen in the next couple of months. Everything is up in the air at this point, but it's always worth talking about, no matter where it goes, in my view. But anyways, all right, take care, who and whoever else is leaving. I'm glad you stuck it out with me. All right, let's get over here. We've got Matt Clark, Nordic silver bars, minted in North Dakota, 10-ounce poured. Okay. All right. Handsome Hero says here on this, all official statistics are constantly revised and altered, 1984 style, making them all totally unreliable, misleading, and inaccurate. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they revise them down fairly dramatically. Still above 500,000, but still crazy. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Comrade Jake says, no matter what spot does, I buy as much as I can afford every month. If I never need it, and my kids' inheritance is increased, if government was not so corrupt, I would only have a little silver. Yes, indeed. That's right. Handsome Hero, according to TradingView, the high price of silver in 1861 was $3 an ounce. It didn't break that level until 1974. Will silver exceed 30 by 2087? That's a long time to wait to see your money back. Sure is. All right. But keep in mind, silver was pretty much fixed as a price for quite a long time. All right. Now, Jake says here, the American dollar, the bane of our existence, that was a good one. Silver below 20 maybe, but I'm in price suppression club. After 08, they lost control. So it's a bound range right now. They won't let it go high or low. All right. Thank you, Jake. All right. Very good. Let's see here. Hello. Glad you guys are with us tonight. We are watching the markets here, and it's been a pretty exciting night so far in terms of gold and silver's price action here. And good to see Country Living is here. Welcome. Glad you're here. James Smith is here with us. Rick is still with us. Thank you. And here is the markets. We can see silver up now 18 cents to 20.71 again. Look at that. So it's kind of holding on to that resistance point, at least here. And gold is up $12.30 now. So it's kind of making a bounce back up. Let's see here. Last gall before I go. Oh man, let's see here. Can Sal taste his coffee? Yes. Hope not as much, sort of. Now I'm in water mode, but anyways. All right. All right. So there's where the metal markets are tonight. Crazy, crazy. Let's get back over here to Matt Bittner with algorithmic thumbs up on this video. Thank you so much, sir. And here's what Aussie Rob 2 says. Aussie Rob 2 says this. Come on, Sal. These two people, Schiff and Kiyosaki, are constantly talking about collapse and the fake dollar. It's a stretch to say they predicted this. Robert Kiyosaki has been talking about $500 silver for ages. Quite honestly, I think they're full of it. You are completely right to be skeptical of what they say. Yep. No, I know. I kind of pointed that out too in there that, you know, they do predict that a lot. But anyways, very good. All right. And let's see here. We've got Ted Quaker says, silver headed for $9 an ounce. The race to the bottom is happening now. Sell, sell, sell. Crazy. Well, hey, so far that's not what's happening. Silver is up tonight, but hey, we'll see. It could crash. You never know. Never know. James Nelson is making this. No matter the price I pay for silver, I don't gain or lose a dime until I go to sell. As long as it still has value at the time to sell, it's good enough with me. There you go, James. True that. True that. All right. And let's do this. And there we go. By the way, thanks for the thumbs up, folks. We have 413 now. 413 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Hey, Al, another failed bank in New York, Signature Bank. Yes, indeed. We covered it here. That's right. Hey, Al, thank you so much. He also says new highs for silver and gold are coming soon before the end of June, in my opinion. All right. We shall see. We shall see. Very well could be. Oh, thank you. Zardos has just gifted 5 more Salivate Metal memberships. Way to go, brother. Good job. All right. If you did receive a channel membership gift from Zardos, give him big thanks. He dropped and lobbed another hand grenade in here of channel membership gifts. Very kind of you, sir. All right. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. All right. And by the way, even though I'm sick, got a little bit of a cold here, we're going to do a push-up thing at this in the time. Might as well, you know what I mean? As we watch these markets, might do a few push-ups for you. And usually what happens, by the way, is we do a live push-up challenge to where every dollar that's donated via Super Chat, I do a push-up. And every dollar donated via PayPal Friends and Family, I do 2 push-ups because PayPal Friends and Family has no fees. Whereas with the Super Chats, YouTube takes 30%, and then there's taxes, which is another 20-some-odd%. But thank you, Zardoz, again. Very kind of you indeed. So we'll do that. So anything that comes in now, we will do push-ups for. All right, very good. All right. There you go. Well, let's see here. Ron Bell says, hey, and JM says, all push-ups are real. That's right. Thank you, JM. That's right. He's been a member for 20 months, by the way. Thank you, JM Unleashed. He's almost at his 2-year period. Amazing. Love JM Unleashed. All right, so Ron Bell says, I'm not sure if it's going up or down, but things are starting to get a little scary out there. I ordered 3 more 10-ounce bars for a pretty fair price, and I'm ready to move and to get more if it dips down further. Keep stacking steady. Blessings to you all. There you go, Dr. Ron. Yeah, it makes me glad for the push-ups that I got, or for the silver that I bought too, the 15 ounces that you guys told me to do 2 weeks ago. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. And where are we at? Let's get over here to 44th ALA. I think as things look sketchier and sketchier, people will pile into it and push prices up like they always do. Yes. Yeah, possibly so. Oops. Won't let me respond to that. It won't let me do it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Leo Veneer, strong economy still. Center bank will raise interest rates. I think silver and gold will fall a little maybe. And I still think they possibly could. We'll see here. Oh, well, JM Alicia just posted one. No push-ups necessary. Hopefully you're feeling better soon. Thank you. I appreciate that for that reprieve. Thank you, brother. JM Unleashed, you are the man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right. But you know what? I did say I was going to do it, so I got to do 5 push-ups for JM Unleashed because he's so awesome. Thank you, sir. Let me do 5 push-ups. All right. Move these tissues out of the way. Who knows? Maybe it'll get this mucus flowing. I don't know. We'll see here. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. There we go. Yeah. Just a little bit there. Thank you. All right. Appreciate that, my friend. All right, now let's see here. We've got James Farrell. Remember, silver a few years back was at $30 an ounce. Should have stayed there and increased. Love gold and silver, but for some reason silver is constantly punished. It does seem like it. It has a lot of people frustrated with silver's price. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. And my britches are Electrum. Oh, I like that. Interesting name. That's cool. Says here, the trickle-down effect on SVB is going to be huge. Government is only backing up with FDIC would, but this doesn't help the hundreds of businesses that held millions of billions of dollars. Interesting. Well, yes, apparently they're going to cover every depositor, no matter what that depositor is. But we'll see. All right. And there's where it is. In fact, let's see what Larry says. Larry Andrew. Even with the current dip in the market, I'm still glad I can smile. Back in my portfolio of 12,000 from... Okay, I think this is a... spam comment. And we are living in the old Chinese curse. May you live in interesting times. That's right. All right. Here's where the markets are now. And look at that. Very good. All right. Look at this. A silver is now up 16 cents to $20.78. So it's starting to climb up a little bit again. Gold is up $12.10 to $18.81. 1881 being the year that President Garfield was assassinated. There it is. Very good. By the way, platinum and palladium are also up as well. Platinum up $5, palladium up $2. Very good. All right. Now, folks, this is going to be a fun, exciting thing we're going to do right now. You know, for those of you who don't know, I've got over 5,800 views, or I mean 5,800 videos on this channel. For the 10 years I've been here, I've got 5,800 videos. And what that means is that more than likely, I probably have covered a topic in the past that you are probably curious about to some extent or another. But you never know what you could search and find if you click on the search button. If you go to the channel page, and you scroll all the way to the right. If you scroll all the way to the right, you will see a little search button here. And you can put anything in there and something will show up. So what we like to do at this point in the live stream is have a little bit of fun. We are going to try to search out, no matter how crazy the search term is. And that is, you can search for anything wild and crazy and zany. And let's see what pops up. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to play along and put in a search term with 3 pluses in front of it. No more than 3 words. And they can be as crazy, wild, and zany, maybe even a little salacious, but just not overly vulgar, okay? When I say go, that's when I want you to do it. No more than 3 words. They have to be actual words from the English language, no proper names. So let's see what you guys come up with. And let's see what will show up. After I type the word go, that's what we're going to do. Let's see what you put in there. All right, some good ones. Let's see what pops up. And as you never know, only very rarely has the chat search been broken by a search term, but we're going to see see what happens here. All right. Let's see here. We'll let it go for a few minutes longer, see what else pops up. Some good stuff here, some good ones. And let's see here. And stop. All right, let's see here. All right, we're going to try. Let's see here. We are going to try. Let's see here. What am I going to do? Let's see here. Let me try to find one here. Silver Sphincter. Let's try a Silver Sphincter from the Silver Sphincter, right? P-H-I-N-C-T-E-R. Let's see what pops up for Silver Sphincter. Boom. Oh, yes. Actually, this is very good. Nice. This is actually a very good one. An interesting story. Indian man finds new way to smuggle gold up his rectum. That's right. In other words, there's a sphincter involved, right? See, I told you something would do that. So, this is a fun. So this is searching Silver Sphincter. This pops up. Like we probably talked about silver in the video too, but yes, indeed. So there it is. Good job, Silver Sphincter. So now what's going to happen is our esteemed moderator, JM Unleashed, will post a link to this video. And what you'll do is after this live stream is over, you'll watch it and check it out. It looks like little eggs in up his butt. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy. But and watch the video. Let me know what you think of the video and put the search term Silver Sphincter in the comments and that you're watching it from this very live stream. Fun times. Yes, indeed. Yeah. And there it is. All right. There it is. Thank you. Good job, Sif. I love it. He always does a great job of picking out cool and we get cool emoticons there for that too. Thank you, JM Unleashed. By the way, biggest participation poll we've ever had. Where silver and gold go up tonight, and 76% of you said yes, it will go up. So there it is. Yes, indeed. So check out that video. Indian man finds new way to smuggle gold up his rectum. And there we are. So fun times. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight on this. And I apologize again for the technical difficulties we had earlier. And I apologize for the sniffling and the coughing and the blowing my nose. But thank you, guys. Appreciate you. I'm going to say goodnight now. My voice is about shot. But I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for being here tonight. And to leave you with this sage piece of advice. That is to keep your feet in the stars and keep reaching for the ground. We will be back here on Tuesday night